What's up, YouTube? Dom Winners, Dom Universe. Now, today, we about to talk about how biologists saying 90% of our DNA is junk DNA. How did that sound? Now listen, this is gonna be a quick discussion today. So let's look at what these people say, right? So they say you are far from perfect product or whatever. The code that makes up at least 75% of our DNA is rubbish, according to a study that suggests most of the DNA is junk after all. 75, right? So after that, it says after 20 years of biologists arguing that most of humans' genome must have some kind of function, right? The study calculated that in fact, the vast majority of our DNA has to be useless. It has came to this conclusion by calculating that because of the way evolution works, we each have to have a million children, and almost all of them would have to die if most of our DNA had a purpose. Do that make sense? So it says, and that's just like saying how they say like when dogs have puppies multiple times, they start to look deformed. Or not even deformed, just, you get it. I'm pretty sure you get it. But anyway, they said, but we each have just a few children in average, and our genetic health is mostly fine. The study, therefore, concludes that most of our DNA really must be junk. A suggestion that concludes controversial claim to the contrary from a group of prominent genomic researchers in 2012. Anyway, biologists realize that some of the non-coding DNA might still have an important role, such as regulating the activity of the protein coding genes. But around 90% of our genome is still junk DNA. Now they're saying 90%, but that's not even the end. A term that first appeared in print in a 1972 article in New Scientist. The grandest claim came in 2012 when a consortium of genomic researchers called Encoded declared that according to their project, a huge 80% of the DNA in the human genome has a function. They had spent $400 million. They wanted something big to say. And then after that, they said that 80% is useless. So how do you go from 75% being useless to 90 being useless to 80? I'm gonna just give y'all a quick solution to this. This is why I say don't listen to mainstream science. You can actually access 90% of your DNA through your Akashic Records. And you can access your Akashic Records through meditation. Your Akashic Records, if you ever seen like in meditation videos or ever heard of when you meditate and you go into like a library type of place and you can get like, it sounds crazy, but I've done it myself. And what you can do when you're doing this meditation is you can see who your soul really is, who your soul family really is. Because if you don't know, your actual family, 99.999999999% chance that your family that you live with, that birthed you, is not your soul family. Right? So your actual soul family, you can find that out in your Akashic Records. You can find out your purpose. You can also look at other people's Akashic Records, but the people that's like the soul people that's there, you really not supposed to look at nobody else's Akashic Records unless they give you permission. But on YouTube they have guided meditations where you can access your Akashic Records. Now I will say this, you may have to practice this before you can actually access your DNA. But here's the thing about this. We had ancient ancestors 200,000 years ago that lived in ancient Lemuria, who everybody that lived in that civilization was able to access their Akashic records naturally. So they're saying, if you look up ancient Lemuria, they're calling ancient Lemuria a hypothetical location. How is ancient Lemuria a hypothetical location if you can go to Hawaii and they will tell you, even the Hawaiians know about ancient Lemuria? And they're saying it was near like maybe Pacific Ocean in India. It's in the same island. It's over there in the same island, or was in the same island as Hawaii. There is evidence. You can look up everything I'm saying. But that is I just don't like looking up stuff and seeing that these scientists like to say a lot of ignorant shit that's misleading humans, misleading the population. How would it make sense that 90% of our DNA is junk DNA and it has no significance? Just imagine that. But yeah, that's all really I had to say. I love y'all. Dom Winners taking off. Peace.